to you live, recorded from the refugee camp. My daughter has moved in. The shed has been rain delayed, so I'm counting all the stuff that's moving to the shed as a household. So my original household, the shed household, and Olivia's household all under one roof here. It's ridiculous, but I've been saving up for 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks worth of thrift haul here, and this is the mother lode of quilt finding. I just love old quilts, and I especially love it when I can find them for $2.98, which is what I paid for one of these, and the other one was just $2. And it's been so long ago, so many days ago, that I can't remember which one is which. So we'll just explore them. I'm going to do a couple of quilts now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 quilts, 5 vintage quilts in this quilt haul. Okay, this one here has the most interesting fabric. What is this? What is this? Meemaw, I need your advice. I need your consultation. Okay, this one is raggedy, and it was in a big bin at the Amazon Hope warehouse. This was in a big bin. Is that what you would call that big cardboard round thing that produce comes in? It's like 5 feet across, circular sort of. Anyway, it was in there, and it said fill a bag for $2. Well, what? So it just charged me $2 if this is the one, or the other one was $2.98. Who can remember? Okay, this looks like mostly a solid color, except, you know, and like I said, the edges are super raggedy. Oh, wait just a blim minute. Ancient of Days. Do you know what this is? Somebody in their thriftiness, some little grandma with her little hands, put this piece over an actual worn out quilt top, and this on the back was added to the actual original quilt backing. This is a double layer, very old, very used. If my brother-in-law Daryl is watching, I sniffed it. I risked all the dust mites from 100 years past. Look, this hand stitching is wonderful. Do you see how the tiny little stitches? Oh, it's so good. My chicken's really boiling over there. I'm trying to make chicken soup. What's this on this end of it? They have just added something, and my light just went out. Okay, let me investigate the chicken and the lighting problem. I don't know. I have dropped my lighting thing so many times, my tripod, that I just think it got tired. I think it got really tired in my house, and it got knocked over. It got bullied as well. And I'm going to keep talking to you while I look at my chicken. Make sure this chicken's not... Okay, it's doing great. We're going to have... What I'm doing is boiling chicken thighs with the bone and skin, because that helps make your broth better. And when all the chicken gets cooked, I pull out the chicken thighs, and my stock remains, and to the stock I add real butter, at least a stick of real butter. This is a pack of like 6 big chicken thighs, and then I add the powdered chicken bouillon, because that adds a lot of good flavor. And then I let my chicken cool off so that I can remove all the skin and bone and just put the meat back in the soup. And I'm going to have carrots, onions, potatoes, and celery all chopped up, and that'll be my soup. And it's really good, and I'll probably make cornbread with it. So, all right, this looks like vintage flour sack, F-L-O-U-R, flour or feed sack fabric that has been added onto that end. And someone has encased the original old quilt with a new backing and a new front. And I can peep in there and I can see all that cotton batting. This is obviously going to be something that I will just use for display. What I'll do is I'll fold it up to where I feel like, you see that used to be little patterned things. Man, I'm super curious what the whole thing would have looked like, but it is just in absolute bits. The cotton, not polyester, but the cotton batting. See, this part that has come apart. Can you see what that would have been? Okay, so that was my $2.98. And as I have had said to me before, did they pay you $2.98 or did you pay them to take that home? Okay, don't be ugly. Don't be ugly. All right, this one was also over in those bins, and it does have quite the damage, and I'm sure that's why they put it in there. But you know what? I'm just going to fold it so that just the pretty side is visible. You know, I can spritz it with some stuff that would kill the danger in that mold. That looks like old mold. I don't know how I get the sense that it might be old mold, but look at the pattern on this. Okay, so that's probably more like just a crazy quilt. I don't see a distinct pattern in this. I don't know, can you see? Distinct pattern? Looks like a crazy quilt to me. Okay, so this one was either $2 or $2.98. And yes, I did pay them. They didn't have to pay me to take it away. All right, this one came from an entirely different, both of those came from Boaz. This one came from the Downtown Rescue Mission. It was $7.99. And for the love, I don't know if this fabric is as old. I mean, is that a pattern? Look, the weave of this cotton looks as if it would be, you know, from that long ago. What, the 1940s, 50s. The back is just a solid color. And I love the arches. There's probably a specific name. If you know the name for that style of quilting, do tell. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, this looks like it might be a full or twin size. It's not huge. And like I say, I can't decide if that fabric is authentic to the time period. That the pattern on the fabric may or may not be. I just can't tell, because I don't see modern fabrics that have this kind of slub, loose, linen-y kind of look, cotton. So, you know, it looks like a more modern pattern, but the fabric itself looks old. So I can't decide about that, but for $7.99, I knew it was really pretty and I really liked it. And, you know, we're building a she shed. That's why everything's crazy in my house. I almost missed the chair. Did you see that? I won't even edit that out. That was crazy. We're building the she shed because Olivia and Ryan, my daughter and son-in-law, and their baby is due in 3.5 weeks. Oh, okay. So we built the she shed so that we could empty 3 rooms. We emptied 3 rooms for them on our lower walkout basement level. My sons who did live down there moved up. They surrendered their rooms so that the new little family could have their own real space, because there's a kitchenette down there and there's a bathroom and a big we've been calling it the playroom since our children were tiny, but we're just trying to start calling it the den, but we'll probably still call it the playroom because that is really ingrained into all of our minds at this point. But that's why it's crazy up here, because I've got all the stuff from all the places. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my rooms, that's a good half of my house. Half of my house had to shift, had to rotate, had to do something magical. Okay, I've got 2 more quilts that are sealed in plastic, and I'm saving those to the last because I haven't even seen what they look like unfolded. Just haven't even seen it yet. And I do have a few things here. We've been so busy and I've been so tired that, like I said, this is 2 weeks worth, and I've just barely been hopping in and out of thrift stores quickly so that I can... Ella, don't make disgusting noises. My dog, y'all. It's a good thing she's cute because she does the craziest. Just sit up there and start snoring. That's your job. Just do it. Just sit. Okay, so let me quickly go through the things that I found and what I intend to do with these. This was $2.98 and it has wheels on it, and I'm pretty sure it's for a potted plant or something. But I have lots of things that I move around frequently besides a potted plant. So I'm probably going to put something like my recycling hamper. I've got a wood hamper that's what I put my recycling in. And there's not really a great place for it in my kitchen, and we just end up moving it around. So maybe it can be on wheels now, and that can be what I do with it. Okay. All right. This little thing, $3.99. Is that sweet? Isn't that sweet? I intend to use this in the craft area of my she shed and hang something very beautiful on it and set something very beautiful on it. Or it might actually be adorable above my vintage wash tub that's going to be my double sink. It could have little dish towels hanging on, like a dish towel that has the little loop, you know. And it could be soap or things like that. It's got good ways to attach it to the wall, and somebody's already put felt so that it wouldn't bang bang knock annoyingly. Okay, these came from Goodwill and Boaz, and they are, oh, forgot about that. They were $2.99 each. They actually had like 8 of them. When I first came in the store, I saw a lady that had 1 in her buggy, and I was like, shoot, she got to that before me, because I was really wanting a couple more cheese boxes to store things in, because I like to put my supplies that I want handy, but I don't want it to look like just a plastic tub of supplies. You know, I like using these for storing. And lo and behold, I got to the back of the store and they had like 6 more, and I restrained myself. I just took 2 of the 6 that were available, and I thought that was fantastic of me. But it was because I knew my house is crazy. It was, at that point, it was not yet as crazy as it is today. Okay, look, $1.99 for enamelware lid. And I have a collection of lids that I think that would look pretty grouped if I take them out to my she shed. And all my stuff that I display, I mean, I actually use it a lot too. Sometimes when I have my vintage lids out and on the wall and they're handy, I will grab one of those to use to cover a pot. I mean, I'll rinse it first to make sure I don't have any random dust or a beagle dog hair floating in the sky that could have gotten it. But that for $1.99 I thought was really worth it and cute. And yeah, I had a feeling there was something else in there. And for my aluminum collection, aluminum, that's a hard word for me to say, I don't know why. Aluminum kitchenware collection, and this was also just $1.99. And these 2 came from, and this came from the Goodwill and Boaz. Okay, let's see. And you can probably see Ben's computer is set up here. Occasionally, he's able to work at home and not make the hour and 15-minute drive to his office in Huntsville. Sometimes, according to what they're working on, he can work from home. So that's what he did a couple of days ago. And it's all just sitting here still. Nothing is right. Nothing is normal. My piled up dining room table did get cleaned off somewhat, and it's getting used again because there's a lot of people in this house. Oh, and I have to tell you what my Margaret said. Okay, Margaret just turned 4, and she is my second daughter's oldest. So there's Margaret, 4, Claire, about to turn 3, and newborn, well, he's 7 months old now, Aaron Gage. So, you know, Mallory lives 5 minutes away from me. They have 3 children. Mallory and Will do, and they came by the other day, and Margaret looked around, and she was thinking about how Olivia and Ryan had moved in, and the new baby was going to be here, and she says, can we move in next? You've got plenty of room. I was like, oh, that is so precious. She thinks we've got plenty of room. And it looks like a refugee camp here. Okay, but in her mind, this is all great fun. And she's like, well, when can we move in? Oh, my word, my word, my word. Okay. These, I do believe, Communion, Counsel and Prayers, Lutheran Book of Prayer, Abridged Treasury of Prayers. I do believe these were 98 cents each at the checkout counter of the Amazon Hope warehouse in Boaz. And I have, oh, look how sweet the inside of that is. Look at that print. I feel like I'm a mile away from y'all. Okay, those are just precious. What's the inside of this one look like? Ooh, Wedding Day, September 15th, 1946. Godliness is profitable unto all things. Sincerely, Pastor and Mrs. H.R. Wacker, W-A-C-K-E-R, to Mr. and Mrs. Alfred Taylor on their wedding day. 1946! Why do I love all things? Okay, I just do. To Mary from Mrs. Tights, T-I-E-T-Z-E. Okay, I've never heard that name before in my life. But look, aren't they tiny and precious and good? Oh, they're so good. Okay, I love that. I love that. Love that. Okay. All right. And listen, I vow to you, Scout's honor, I also took a truckload to donate yesterday. As I'm clearing through my house, I'm not just accumulating. I mean, I can see how this could turn into an episode of Hoarders. But I vow to not let it become that. I'm going to let this be a river, not a stagnant pond. You know, a pond that water flows into but does not have flow out becomes stagnant with the green algae mossy stuff scum on it, and I don't want that. I want to, okay, my plan is to continually send things forward, either my daughters or relatives or friends who I give to those who I can give to, and then what's not needed or wanted, then I will actually just donate to the same thrift shops that I shop at, because they are ministries. All the thrift shops that I shop at, I don't know about Goodwill, I guess they're a ministry of sorts, but the others are just straight up ministries. You know, the money goes to actually helping people, and I'm sure that's what Goodwill is too, but I'm saying under the auspices of a church covering are most of the thrift shops that I shop in. So just so you know, because, you know, occasionally I get some flack about things. Mostly not. But in case you were wondering, and in case you were thinking about giving me some flack, just know that I'm not trying to just hoard every possession that I could lay my eyes on. I do flow back out. And once I get myself set up in the she shed, I'm going to flip things and I'm going to list them on Facebook Marketplace. I might ship. Might. But all that's yet to be seen. I've got a lot of stuff to do in between before I get to that point. Okay, these look like, this is ticking, and they were only $2 for the pair, so they were $1 a piece. I do believe these are intended to be Roman blinds. You know what I'm talking about? That they just never have had the little rings sewn onto them so that you could draw them up and they would, you know, I might use those in the she shed. I don't know. If not, I will offer them to any of my friends who feel that they could use them, or I could list them. But you know, for $2, they're brand new. Somebody just made these and changed their mind. I feel sure that that's what has happened. because I do that sometimes. But they're brand spanking new, I'll tell you that. Okay, empty bag. Totally don't know what this is, don't remember. Oh, I have bumped the mouse. Okay, these are candles. They're very heavy, but look what they are made to look like. I paid $4.99 each, and that's a little bit high dollar, but there's a lot of candles still left in them, and they smell fantastic, and they were originally $24. It's some kind of boutique, but they look these have got She Shed written all over. Oh, that's actually got some 3-dimension to it. Can you see that? Can you tell what I'm talking about? It's like it's embossed. Is this one too? No, it's just flat. But this one, that cabbage is just as embossed as can be, and it's gorgeous. I know it's reproduction. They've done a fine job. Look at the other side. Who is that? I don't know. I don't know who he is. And this one has tomatoes. Okay. I will edit it out. Do what you gotta do. All right.
Don't continue.
I'm going to continue.
What are you making?
I'm going to make that chicken soup that I made the other day with the vegetables in it. Can you tell if those thighs are done?
When are you going to make those rolls?
Egg rolls?
Yeah.
That's too much work for tonight.
Okay.
I just didn't have it in me. We'll have to do that tomorrow night. That was all Olivia's idea anyway. She was like, I'm having a pregnancy craving for your homemade egg rolls.
I think I have pregnancy cravings for that all the time.
You have pregnancy cravings for that?
Really?
Okay.
How about that?
Okay. Is the chicken done? Are the thighs done?
How do I tell?
Well, pull it open and see if it pulls apart easily or if it still looks like pink.
It kind of looks done to me.
Okay. Well, will you just turn it off? Just turn it off.
Oh, I don't have enough confidence. I don't want to be wrong.
Okay, fine. Okay, I've got to continue my thrift haul because I don't have much time. I gotta keep this thing going. All right. So if you make background noise, I don't care, but don't talk again. Okay.
Well, I gotta walk back through.
I'll clip that out when the time comes. Okay. This is something that I think I paid $1 for at the Second Chance, and it's the inner part of a contour neck pillow, which I've told y'all before. My husband, this is what he loves to do. Anything that he is actually called lumbar, he thinks his lumbar is right back there. Oops, this feels a little loosey-goosey. Huh. Well, it sure is shaped like the right shape in there, but it's kind of like loose fiber fill. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Okay. All right. Nothing. Okay, I bought these. Okay, this says 7, but they had all their jewelry marked for $1. And I bought this because I wanted these little beads. Do you see the way that's shaped there? Those are good craft items. That's a little large. I mean, I could wear it. I'm kind of a bold necklace wearing person. That's pretty bold, girl. That's specific. That's a little more bold. But I did buy it for the craft value of it. Okay. What? In the blue bonnet. Oh, look. Okay. So these are some little vintage books from the 1950s and 60s. Paid 25 cents a piece for those. This whole bag that I'm going through now, all this was the Second Chance thrift store. So what else is in here? Oh, I haven't even shown these to Olivia. These little leather baby booties, little baby shoes with a frog. Paid $1. I love them. I think they're cute. I don't know what she'll think, but I like them. I think they're so cute. Okay. Oh, and these, yeah. Okay. I don't often look through the clothing, but look how good this pair, what is the brand? I don't know. They're linen pants, K-L-E-E-N, clean. Look at these wide-legged, and they're probably going to hit me about ankle length, white linen pants. And I'm just now remembering that white linen pants take very specific foundational garments. Yeah, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, that's all in that bag. No, it's not. Hold on. What else? Couple t-shirts. Pair of blue jeans. No, they're capris. Yeah. I know. I read the articles that say what not to wear to make you look older. I'm going to wear my capris. Because you know what? I can't wear my Daisy Dukes anymore. I didn't even wear Daisy Dukes when I had the body too. But, you know, my choices are limited. And I can't be hot, y'all. I can't be burning up hot in the hottest part of summertime. So I'm going to still wear capri length things. And all you young people who are writing these articles, just mind your business. Okay. Okay. What in the world? Oh, there's one thing. No, it feels heavier than that. It feels like there's more than one thing. Oh, it's this pamphlet from the Downtown Rescue Mission. Okay. I'll look at that later. This is a padlock and key, and it was marked something like $1.98. I think I had to ask them to price it at the register. But look at this. It's got 2 keys on it. Obviously reproduction, but right up my alley. I'm not sure what I'll do with that, but it'll get something done adorable with it, and I will enjoy it till I don't enjoy it anymore. And when I don't enjoy it anymore, it goes forward and I don't clog up. Let me tell you, my 2 upstairs bedrooms that I emptied out so that the boys could move upstairs and then Livy and Ryan could move into the downstairs, those rooms were so packed. We haven't moved from this location since 1999, and those rooms have been my rooms for quite some time. And I really had a lot of craft materials, craft supplies packed in there. But as I was going through it, I took stuff to my front porch, things that I knew I would donate, and it was a truckload. And I feel like I deserve a lot of applause for that, if only just my own applause. Okay. Downtown Rescue Mission, Coon Hunter's Handbook. Cracks me up. And a really pretty, it is missing the spine, but people are pulling spines off and whole covers off on purpose. I'm not into that really, but that's beautiful. Look at the pattern on that. Reader's Digest condensed book. And when I find one that's especially pretty, I do pick it up, especially if it's only like 50 cents or whatever, because that's what makes really pretty groupings. Like you can stack them together. You can even like run some twine around a stack of nice ones that are together. Okay. I haven't done coloring book stuff. It's brand new. I didn't see anything in it that was already colored. It's got some adorable illustrations to color. I just don't know. I just don't know. Some of these are so pretty just the way they are, just with black and white, like that. Oh, did it go this way? Yeah. This would be worthy of getting a copy of this printed out and using that to decoupage something very simple and very good. So I'm not sure if I will use this. Well, look at there. The whole cover is colorable. And then that just becomes brown to sit around. That's nice. I really like that. And I have had coloring books and I have very much enjoyed them. But it's been a while since I've done that. Okay. $3.99. I'm not sure which of my little dolls or stuffed animals needs to sit in this. But Somebody needs to sit in this for $3.99, and it's so sturdy. It's so well built. And look at it's beautiful. What? It's a Windsor style chair. Look at the way that it's built. I really think that's an unusual way of painting it. I don't know. But hey, watch out in future videos. You'll see some kind of little character. Might be my old teddy bear. I've got a rabbit, just really cute. He's not old at all. Got 2 or 3 little special dolls that would be cute in there. We'll see. Stay tuned for that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Hey, I haven't seen this stuff. I haven't even taken anything out of the bags. And some of it is like 14 days old. Okay. Couldn't remember what was inside, if it was more tins or not. I do feel like this is somewhat old. You see I paid $1.99, and I think that's adorable. I'm really going to have to create some kind of kitchen area around that vintage sink out in my she shed so that I can have things like this just sitting out there, and I will put things in them that you might need, you know, soaps and dishcloths and that kind of thing. Have no living idea what this is that has been put in here. Upon purchasing, it was put in here to help keep it safe. So let's see what it is. Don't know. Don't remember. How's that for a teaser? You'll have to wait a couple more days for part 2. I'll get it out as quickly as I can. We're pretty busy over here. I will also be working on a video of us painting the nursery downstairs for new baby Isaac. That will be so fun.